Hello, everybody. Welcome to this presentation. You probably found this through social media, maybe through an ad, through a Facebook group, whether it was myself or somebody else who invited you here to watch this video. Welcome, and we're going to get right into it on how you can earn income away from the bedside or outside of healthcare, wherever you are working. Alrighty, and what we're going to cover today is we're covering how to find or finding the ultimate offer, how to attract leads to that offer, how to automate that offer, and then how to leverage the mentorship and community in order to run that business and see success with that offer. So we do have to put an income earnings disclaimer in here that the stories and the presentations that you see here, we are just showing the potential. There's nothing guaranteed. You can pause this and you can read the entire thing. I'm not going to go through it. We're going to try to make this really quick today. So if I go through something, quickly, just pause it, go back to it, and review it again. All right, and so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and just formally introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Allie Hoffman. I am a former cardiac ICU nurse. I now a stay-at-home mom to a wonderful 4-year-old little boy and also a business owner. I'm very, very passionate about health and wellness and about empowering other women, specifically nurses and moms, to thrive outside of working as a healthcare professional, to not only focus on, of course, we're here talking about how you can earn income, but also I'm really, really passionate about being able to help them just thrive in every single area of their life with, setting their family up for a great financial future, also their health and wellness, and also their mind, and really taking like a holistic approach and helping people. And it's not just about money. While we all know money is great, I have a really strong passion of helping people holistically. And that, and I'll just tell you a quick story about me. So and my story, I say a story, my story. Like I said, my main background is in cardiac ICU. As many of us, I've been a nurse almost 10 years now. Actually, this month is coming up on 10 years. I'm recording this video in June 2025. I graduated nursing school in 2015 in June. And like all of us that were working during the pandemic, I got burnt out. I was traveling. It was my first travel assignment, and I got super burnt out. I was working in COVID ICU, and I actually had plans to go back to school. I had always had my heart set on going to CRNA school, and that was like what I was going to do. I didn't have a plan B, and really the pandemic just like threw me in the ringer. It really did, as far as like my career. I know emotionally, and a lot of everybody went through something during that time. It was awful for pretty much everybody, but I loved critical care, and I knew that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And then after the pandemic, I felt lost. I'm like, I can't continue to do this. And I completely fell out of love with critical care. And then shortly after that, ended up I becoming pregnant with my son. And so like, then I really knew like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go back to school right now. And really just again, feeling confused and not really knowing like what I wanted to do because of everything that I felt and saw and dealt with during the pandemic, and kind of CRNA school just like wasn't in the cards for me anymore. So I continued to work at the bedside. I ended up getting something into something that I actually really loved, labor and delivery. But then ever since like when my son was born, I've tried to go back to work PRN a couple times, and I've just always been called home. I was like, I've got to find a way to work, remotely or from home or whatever. I tried the whole like trying to find a quote unquote traditional nursing work from home job, like working for an insurance company or telehealth or something. That didn't work out for me either. And I dabbled in low ticket network marketing, which that was great. It was a great stepping stone into what I do now. I learned a lot. I like really focused on my health and wellness. And it was a really good, like I said, launching pad for me to be where I am now. But it just still wasn't enough. I became burnt out, and I'm just like, there has to be a better way. There has to be a better way. And so I found this opportunity. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I would be stupid not to do this, not to jump on this. Like this, it was speaking to me so much. I was scared, but I jumped into it anyways. And we'll move on. I don't want to go too far in my story. I want to make this short to keep you guys, focused on the opportunity. You'll learn more about me later. Gave you a good overview though. So This opportunity is for you if you are burnt out from the demands of healthcare, you're torn between a rigid schedule and having time with your family and your personal life and your hobbies and just things that you want to do that, you that make you happy. Maybe if you're feeling underpaid and just like undervalued for the time that you trade for your job, if you're trapped in that rigid schedule, and if you're passionate about health and wellness. And if you are looking for a better work-life balance, which I feel like almost every single person I talk to is looking for that, if you're looking for flexibility in your schedule, you're looking for an opportunity to be able to be compensated what you deserve, right? Like as healthcare professionals, we're saving people's lives. Like there's a lot at stake there. And pretty much all of us are not getting paid, compensated for what we should for the jobs that we do, right? And the things that we deal with and on a daily basis. And just not only that, things that we might take home with us. If you're looking for personal growth that healthcare just isn't going to provide you, and if you're looking for a vehicle to achieve overall wellness and helping others do the same, then this is definitely for you. All right, so let's think about for a minute before we proceed, why are you here? Like I said in the beginning, like you probably maybe you saw an ad and you clicked for more information and you had started a conversation. Maybe you've been following this friend on Facebook for a little while or Instagram or wherever, and you've just reached out and you're like, hey, I gotta learn about what you're doing because I'm burnt out or whatever your reason is for being here right now watching this video. Just think about that for a minute. I want you to really think about like, why are you here? What prompted you and what stood out to you and what prompted you to reach out for more information? And I want you to keep that close in your heart while we're going through this video. So with that being said, where are you right now? If you look at these items here on the right-hand side, where are you at in your life right now with these items? And I want you to rate them from 1 to 10. 1 being like you need to change them, they're absolutely horrible, and 10, you wouldn't change a thing, you're very happy with the way things are. I want you to pause this video and write out a list, almost like a journaling exercise, and write out each item, like where are you at in your life? So that way this is a really great exercise to kind of see where you need to change. So, all right. I hope you paused the video and did that exercise. If you didn't, you need to go do that. Seriously, go do it. Where do you want to be in the next 12 months? Looking at that list and what needs to change right now for this to happen. So, like the previous slide is kind of as a help, like a precursor to this slide to be able to really evaluate like what's going on in your life and what needs to happen, between now and your goal of in 12 months that needs to change for you to achieve that. So we're all about creating a life of choice here. I'm really, really big on having choices. And so having health freedom, wealth freedom, leverage time, and having location flexibility, right? Like all of us, the really cool thing now, which I mean for a reason, is to be able to travel and just like work from anywhere. But like truly though, and that way you're not like tied down to a location and you can, travel with your family if you want, go visit somebody spontaneously and still be able to work and not having to ask for time off. Choices, right? So the ultimate offer is something that's leveraged. It's something that people need, want, and love. It's something that supports the planet and people and profit. It's something that's high ticket versus low ticket. That's a really big one. It's something that people like, something that's already established, something that's in the $1 trillion health and wellness industry, it's a booming industry right now. And it's something that is also going to pay over 50% in commissions. So we're going to go over really quickly leveraged income versus linear income. So leveraged income, basically, I'm not going to read this word for word. You can pause it and read it. But basically, leveraged income is something where you put the work in right now, and then if when you stop working and like, in the future, it's going to continue to pay you that work that you put in the front and is going to continue to pay you for years to come versus linear income is probably like what most of you are, in right now, where you go to a job, you clock in, you get paid. But if you stop working and you don't have like PTO or anything like that, but whenever you stop working or say you quit your job, you're not going to continue to get paid anymore. The money is going to stop. So with one, when you stop, the money stops coming in. And then the other one, when you stop, the money doesn't stop coming in. So are you earning leveraged or linear income? Like I said before, most of you are probably earning linear income and you probably want to be learning or earning leveraged income, right? That's probably a huge reason why you're here. So if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And this couldn't be more true. And I feel like this is becoming more and more valid and prevalent, especially nowadays, with like people are literally outliving their retirement savings. So we're going to go over really quickly creating your own offer versus affiliating with one. So you can see side by side here, if you create your own offer, a lot of times there's high investment required, usually upwards of multiple six figures, and many other online businesses, you have to do everything. You have to wear all the hats. It takes a lot of time to build a product and then prove, that it works and converts. And most businesses don't profit until like 3 to 5 years in, and that's if they're lucky. That's like they're doing good. Some businesses it takes even longer than that. And then oftentimes you're working alone, and then you're also having to invest in those like high mentorship, high mastermind costs. Versus affiliating with one like we do here, there's a lower upfront investment. You have access to valuable tools and resources that you can focus on building your business. So you're not having to do everything. It's basically like you're not having to reinvent the wheel. And so you partner with a product that people already want and need that is proven. You profit after 3 to 5 sales, which is like amazing, right? So it's pretty quickly, with the potential to then generate that leveraged income that we were just talking about. And then you also have the ability to collaborate with like-minded individuals. So you're not doing it alone and you're not spending thousands on thousands of dollars on masterminds. So the company that we partner with is Enagic, and the reason we partner with this company is because it has an amazing array of entire health system products, and that also has a really amazing comp plan. The products are aligned to protect the environment, and they also have opportunities to generate generational wealth. And what that means is you literally unlock a highly profitable fair commission structure that offers generational wealth opportunities for you and your family. So our company has an opportunity where you can earn passive income for the rest of your life, and that's something that you can also you can also will down to the next generations. We're going to get more into that in just a second. So people have some big problems to solve nowadays. You need to match the solution to the problem. So, two of the most Googled questions right now are how do I create extra income and how do I improve my health and well-being? And like this is real stuff right now. We're in a real global crisis right now where people are, they're struggling financially and then people are also struggling health-wise too. The chronic disease and illness is at an all-time high. So with us here, this is how we are matching the solution to their problem in these three simple steps. So people out there have big problems, pains, and dreams and goals for how they want to earn and live their life. And you connect them with this solution. And then when they buy you and become a customer or a distributor, you get paid a commission. That simple. So I'm going to have you take a quick look at these numbers. It's okay. You don't need to understand like the verbiage or the ranks or anything like that. This is just so you can see the potential commissions here, which are really, really cool. So if you look up here, this is just one sale, you guys. Like, so a lot of us, probably most of you that I'm speaking to right now are nurses. So I mean, a lot of you come to me every single day, like I want to be making like 10 to $20,000 a month. And as you can see, it just takes like a couple of sales to be able to hit that $10,000 a month mark. And the other really cool thing too is you're not capped out here. It's literally an uncapped potential. Okay, and so this is the generational wealth that I was just speaking of a minute ago. So as you can see, the ranks go here, and you do get bonuses. You get and when you hit up to 6A2, you get title, monthly, and quarterly bonuses, which is really cool. And then this one, 6A2-3, this is where you get that $25,000 bonus. And this is where the generational wealth is unlocked. You get $5,000 monthly for life. And then you can literally give this to the next generation, 3 generations, this can be willed. Okay. And yeah, you can see as you go up, it only continues to go up. And so, I mean, imagine what that would do for your family, $10,000 a month for life, for life. So, I mean, really, you could come into this, reach that, and then walk away and not continue to work anymore. and you're still going to continue to get paid. That's pretty powerful, right? And this is not something that like only one or two people have ever hit in the company. Like it's becoming people, there's quite a few people now who have already hit this. I know people might be thinking, well, that's only like one person. But no, there's a lot of people that have already hit this, and it's just going to continue to be more. All right. So you're probably thinking, well, how the heck does this work? How do we make sales? So basically, we leverage social media. We're really big on education. We help you automate things, and then you plug your customers in, and then they duplicate. So you get duplication, so that gives you that passive income. So basically, same way you got connected here to this web class is you probably found us on social media. We invited you to this web class that you're on right now. After you finish this web class, you'll then book a call with myself or someone on our team, and then you'll invest in your wellness products and system, which will then activate your distributor ID, which will allow you to have, be a distributor rights. And then you will then launch your business and receive mentorship inside of our community that's called the Freedom Era, and then also from your mentor. So how and why we automate our sales. So again, going back to like being able to make money when you sleep, automating your sales, be able to make sales 24/7. So we do have a service that you can use to do your sales calls for you. And we have systems and funnels. You can literally, they're already preset. You just put in like your information in there and it's already set for you to go. This gives you time flexibility. It allows you to let the systems work for you and do the heavy lifting. And so you're working smarter, not harder. And again, letting the systems work for you. And I kind of already said all this, the sales call is done for you. And you can either use that or when you come in, we close your first like 20 or so sales for you. So you're definitely never doing this alone. So here's a look at your next steps. So go ahead and book your call that I was talking about a couple slides ago. Book in that call. We'll have you go through our discovery process. It's kind of like a course. And it's completely free to go through it. It has you go through and like figure out and get clear on what you really want your life to look like. What does your life look like right now? Kind of similar to the exercise that we did in the beginning. What does your life look like right now? What needs to happen for you to change it? What do you want it to look like, 6 months from now, 12 months, 5 years, and so on? And then we would get on a call together, go over that, and then go over how we can get you started, answer your questions and all that good jazz. And so when you join us, you are joining a global community of like-minded change makers. It's really such a beautiful thing that like we all have very common goals. We're all, it's a different and diverse group of people, but yet we all have so many things in common. And it's really cool because you can literally work with people all over the globe. So you're not just, restricted to like your state, your city, or even like your country. You can literally collaborate and work with people from all over the world. So I want to leave you with this. I have a couple quotes to leave you with. So, in order to get your time and your money back, you must be willing to invest both time and money to do so. Because if you're not changing your current situation, you're choosing it. And I know some of you will probably be saying, well, I'll do that someday. I'll do that someday. Well, there are 7 days in a week, and someday is not one of them. Someday is not a day on the calendar, the last time I checked. So if you are watching this, if you're not really sure, if you're like, I don't know, I encourage you to go through the entire process, reach out to myself or whoever invited you to watch this video, book in your discovery call, go through the discovery process. It doesn't cost you a dime to go through any of that. These are completely free. Get on the call, get all of the information, go through the process so you can really make an educated decision on whether this is for you or not. And that way you can feel good about it and you won't have any regrets. And I will leave you all with that. We look forward to supporting you inside of this platform, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.